2006 Pontiac Grand Prix with a 3800 in it. Going through the process, put injectors in for this fella, and started it up, and it didn't want to, it was just crank, no start. So I start going through the process, has cam and crank sensor signal, has let's see, ignition control for the ignition coils. It has control there. It had hot for the injectors, however it didn't have the negative pulse coming from the PCM. So I start backtracking and figure out what's really going on here. And from the ignition switch, there's some wires like ignition 1, 2, and 3, and it was actually ignition 3, a brown wire which goes into this fuse box. The other fuse box is bad. I had to replace it. And that brown wire comes from a connector. Right there it is, matter of fact. And then it passes through and goes to another connector internally in there. In that circuit board, that's where it was bad at. Comes through and down into the PCM. The PCM shoots it back over to the ignition control module, which then, like, some signals go back and forth. And the other one goes back to here, and it dictates the sequential timing of the injectors, when to fire them, and, you know, all that jazz, whatever. But yeah, so that was interesting. Took a fuse box because the stupid brown wire, well,